So if you're looking to find out what it's like to be an HVAC guy, let's take a ride and talk about it. HVAC is a great career. It comes with a ton of benefits. You get cool tools, you learn how to pretty much fix anything in a house, you're always in demand, so there's no shortage of a job, and it's great pay because not a lot of people want to do this because sometimes it really sucks. Now, the first thing I want to touch on is experience. Starting off in the field, you're not going to get paid a ton, maybe $15 an hour. At the beginning, it might seem a lot, but it's really not. You're also going to be doing a ton of the grunt work. You're going to be under a house when it's wet. You're going to be out in the rain working on something electrical. You're going to be in an attic when it's extremely hot, like installing a system in an attic where I live. When you're fast, you can get it done before, 1 o'clock-ish and then work on the outside where it's not as hot as the attic. But if you're slow, dude, it sucks. You're up there. You got sweat going in your eyes. You can't see. Every 2 seconds, you got to blink. You're literally wearing a wet rag. Dude, sometimes it sucks. And those days are not fun. But let's switch and let's talk about service tech because that's the job that everybody likes. First off, it is extremely lonely. I am alone 99% of the time. In fact, this truck, since I got it in 2023, I haven't had a single passenger. The only thing that's ever sat next to me in this truck is a book bag to keep my laptop, iPad, and paperwork. Most interactions I have during the day is knocking on a door and saying hello to somebody, them showing me where everything is, and then they leave me alone until I tell them what's going on. And then I tell them what's going on, and then they approve whatever repair, and then they leave me alone until it's time to collect. Repeat that 4 or 5 times a day. You end up with less than an hour of human interaction per day if you're not getting a phone call from your significant other or your boss. That's why my best friend are these earbuds right here. I spend so much time with these in my ears. It's just kind of like natural to me to always have something in my ear because I am working. I'm listening to audiobooks. I'm listening to long form YouTube videos. I'm listening to podcasts if it tickles my fancy at that time. Sometimes music if I'm not feeling any of that. But yeah, I am always alone. There's no one to talk to. So I'm always listening to something. And you can try and listen to music as much as you want and say that, oh, I'm an audiophile. I like to listen to music. Yeah, that gets real boring because music does not get released fast enough in order for me to consume it on a daily basis for 9 to 10 hours a day. Next thing I want to touch on, this job is extremely unhealthy. Look at this right here, an energy drink. It's not like I have the chance to make a pot of coffee in the middle of the day if I'm feeling down. No, I got to run to a gas station. I got to get something cold. And if I don't pack an ice chest, then literally that's my only option is going to a gas station. And when you go to a gas station, you see a ton of other companies between like 12 and 1. Everybody's in there getting gas station hot dogs, gas station pizza, especially a racetrack in my area. Like everybody goes and gets the worst food possible. The only time I started to lose weight was when I bought my little electric lunchbox and I was able to heat up food that I pre-made at home. Gas station food and fast food drive-thrus, dude, you're never gonna eat healthy again. Speaking of fast food and gas stations, let's talk about how much time you spend sitting in your truck. Dude, I drive around for hours every day. I mean, it might be 20 minutes to one call, 30 minutes to another, 45 to another, 5 to one. I might spend 2-3 hours in the truck, and then you got to get home. So yeah, I might spend 2-3 hours a day in the truck. You spend a lot of time staring at one windshield. And if you are like me, then you like to have a comfortable seat. That is why I drive a truck and not a van, because the van is not as comfortable as this F-150 seat. But just a heads up, I spend a ton of time driving. If you don't like to drive, this is definitely not for you. Now let's talk about the money, because you're not going to get a job if money is not involved, right? So what I have found in my experience and talking to people online is there's pretty much no limit to overtime. If you work at a busy company, they will just pay you to work. I worked somewhere a couple years ago where it was like nonstop. You end up with like 60, 70 hours a week in service calls running around freaking South Louisiana, to be honest, and nobody complained about payroll. And that has been every single company I worked at. This job is so demanding with time because if you're not there servicing a customer and you tell them you got to wait, you lose that account entirely. So no matter what, if you're on call or you're at work, you will end up working late, like pretty much every single day. When my wife and I started dating, she had to understand, hey, I go to work at 7:30, 8 o'clock, sometimes even earlier, and I don't have a time to get off. It is just off. At some point, maybe the sun will be up. Who knows? And with my wife comes kids, because that's how it works. Now I cannot go to a bigger company, not like I used to work for, because they do not care about family. They only want you to work. And if you want to go to your kid's baseball game or basketball game and they've got calls, tough. Dude, you're going to work. and I can't do that. So if you're looking for flexibility with family, work for a family-owned company, somebody that is going to be in your corner and help you get the time that you need to get off of work and go see your kids. So with a technician's hourly and overtime comes a ton of money. Flip side, it is actually pretty freaking expensive at the beginning of your journey when you need to buy tools. So let you know, these gauges right here, that's $750, including the hoses. Manometer, $300. Vacuum pump, but now they're actually $500. Scales, $300. Swedger, bender, $300 a piece. Definitely go that route. Don't try any cheap stuff. Torch set, a lot of companies will actually supply torch set and oxygen acetylene. Not to mention the hand tools, the drill, sawzall, all the screwdriver, all that stuff. All that stuff you provide. And if you don't want to buy something twice, you got to buy something expensive. And Klein Tools, $30 a pop. Yeah, but you end up with like 15, 20 tools. That's quite a lot of money. Also, here's another thing to think about. Dude, we're dealing with the climate. It's literally our job. You will not have an office job where you have a thermostat on the wall that will make you comfortable all day. If it's cold, you're working in the cold because you don't go somewhere where it's warm to work in the warm. No, most of the time you go somewhere where it's broken. It's cold. It's extremely hot. I've been in houses that were like 90 degrees before, and then you turn it on and you leave. So yeah, when it's cold and you're working on a heat pump and you get it running, you stand up and you get blasted with cold air off the top of the heat pump. Dude, it's all just cold. And in the heat, you're working in, not only are you working in 120 plus degree attics, I've measured them at 160 degree before, but you're actually on the outside, you're working in the sun where, okay, it's 95 degrees outside. It's like 110 degrees in the sun and it's burning you while you're working. Oh yeah, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about rain. Dude, this isn't road construction. If it rains, you're still working. They will find something for you to do. You'll be just doing inside work and reschedule the outside like maintenance is. You'll be running service calls where you need to get some boots. Get some waterproof boots. Ariats, shrimp boots, don't matter. You're gonna need them. And an umbrella, I use the umbrella with the magnet on it. Oh yeah, that's 70-something bucks. But yeah, the weather affects everything. It affects your comfort. If you're not comfortable being uncomfortable and you can't get over it, this isn't for you. Now let's talk about being itchy and dirty. Side effect of this job, you end up doing a lot of laundry. You're either covered in insulation, you're covered in mud, you're covered in dirt. Even if you don't do anything, you end up sweating. My wife hates it because I'll go through 3 sets of clothes a day. I'll go from work stuff to loungewear to sleepwear. So between my wife and 2 kids, I'm the one who goes through the most laundry. I know this video might sound negative, but it is the truth. This is what we deal with on a daily basis. There's no getting around it. Now, do the pros outweigh the cons? Yeah, they do. Because I always have a job. My family wants for nothing. If we want to buy something or do something, dude, the money is there. And if it's not there, it comes pretty quick, especially in the summer or winter for the northern states where they make a lot during the winter because it snows up there. Yeah, you end up making 6 figures and it's great. And once you get past the initial cost, of course, the pay to play, the cost of entry, once you buy all of the stuff, you don't really have to buy everything over again. And if you take care of it, it'll last you a long time. So that's just money you're making, ROI, return on investment. Plus, nobody talks about it, but blue collar jobs, bro, they offer health insurance, dental, vision. I've got it all. Online, you see a lot of people not being able to afford their health care. Well, like, dude, some companies will pay just the entire thing and just be like, don't worry about it. We got it. We'll add you to the plan. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So before you get into this industry, you get blindsided by everything, not knowing, just thinking it was normal, fix machines and all that good stuff. I hope this video helped. You know, you're going to know what you're getting into. That's it for this. If you are a technician and I didn't mention something, leave a comment down below. If you're looking to get into this industry, well, I hope this video helped you understand what you're about to get yourself into. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.